All right. Well, I'm here with Fred and Carol, and they're going to tell us a little bit about why they decided to build with PEA Builders. So, just to start off, why did you guys decide to build initially?
Well, it was really our thanks to our son. He wanted to build something where we could all stay together, live together. Maybe a mother-in-law house kind of a thing, along with their house. And so he started investigating as he was looking for land, and he would ask people in Madison, like a solar people and so on. And one of the solar people said, if you really want to build a quality earth home or energy efficient home, this is the guy you need to talk to. And so he gave him Steve's name. Great. And Phil then contacted Steve, and I wasn't here yet then, so Steve and Carol and Phil, the three of them met, and they were just so impressed and so on. And so it was kind of an absolute, this is what we got to do, I think, reaction that you had.
So not knowing much about energy efficiency, what drew you to build with PEA Builders?
I think their experience. You know, they just really, when we would talk with Steve and Mary, even in the early sessions when we were still trying to decide what to do, they just seemed very knowledgeable about their products and about what was available on the market and what we might find if we would go different routes. And we learned a lot during that kind of discovery phase of things. Again, their experience, even with, I mean, we don't have an earth home, and found that for a variety of reasons wasn't going to work in this setting, but just their willingness to be flexible and think about things differently and help us with that process was great.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about the process and how we resolved things for you.
Well, we started out with expecting like a house and a half, like our son living here and us having an apartment. And and so Steve had to accommodate making plans for that, and then that just simply didn't work out for them to live out here. And so they had to accommodate the plans for the two of us. And then they had to, like, one more time, they had to, like, downsize things a little bit for us to get to what we have and what we could afford, and so on. So through that whole process, it changed quite a bit. But what we ended up with was, I think, exactly what we were meant to end up with, and exactly what we're happy with.
So tell me a little bit about living off-grid.
Number one, one thing is I just love it. I mean, there's really a sense of satisfaction. We looked into bringing electricity in, and because of where we situated our house, it was a long enough driveway that it was astronomically expensive.
Thank you guys so much for talking with me today. I really appreciate your time.
We've enjoyed having you here, and we love talking about the house and having people come. And
just totally excited about that.
Yeah.